Hello everybody, this is Maniac4Bricks. We're here with a LEGO room update. I mentioned a day or two ago with the beach town I was going to do some revamping for the table layout, and then I was going to follow it up with the rest of the room. So we're going to take a quick look around here. It's not by any means like ready and operational. There's still plenty of stuff to clean and organize as always. But at least I got the furniture taken care of, so I wanted you to take a look at that, or sneak peek, or whatever you want to call it. So let's start things off with this area. This is where the desktop used to be. So that, you might have seen as we were coming down the stairs, is now right by the staircase. This actually fits very snugly against it. It does have that weird insert I've always had trouble with, but this was actually a good measurement to figure it in there. I did a lot of measuring of a lot of different materials and parts of the room and trying to organize them in different ways to see what will best fit, and also try to work with my own means. One of the biggest things I wanted to work with was fitting a larger area for displays, just like shelves upon shelves of displays, having the drawers close together but not too much, and or not like too much, but I mean like trying to fit them so that they're like useful but not overwhelming. And then the other thing I wanted to work with was having the table and the desktop relatively next to each other, because before they kind of were, but there was like a, it was in between a walkway, and it just seemed like to take up more space there than it could be walked through. So now they're adjacent to each other along this wall, and this is the wall, or roughly where that table is the wall where that bookshelf used to be. So a lot of flip-flopping around, but eventually it got done. My back hurts, but I still got it to work. A lot of heavy lifting around, but luckily I didn't have to move that. That is the heaviest out of any of the furniture in here, with or without LEGO stuff on it. I'm glad I didn't have to move that at all. Some of you may not know this, but that brown, stack of cardboard boxes next to the bookshelf is actually just a corner piece. It's something that I stuck in there. There's nothing inside of those boxes. They're completely empty. And this is something that I used for covering that corner so that if I put two things next to there, they won't get wedged in between. So like when the bookshelf was next to it, it won't get blocked off if I move it a little bit to the left. So that's good, and it worked out. I also wanted to get things that are electrical or light related to plug in closer to their outlets, because before it was like a little bit of a daisy chain, a little bit of extension cords, and that's what made the desktop a little bit worrisome for me. So luckily now it's actually a bit closer to the outlet over here. Should be right behind this Ninjago box. So Jinblade will like the video now. That's not a meme. There's also a Wi-Fi extender I moved over to this side as well, to probably get better connection that way, and also good for this table because if I do live stream builds here or just building in general, this will also be good area for receiving that connection as well. But yeah, hookups and everything pretty much the same as before, but just a different arrangement. But I am happy with how it turned out. There's more Sterilite drawers that are underneath here. Every drawer, every shelf, every box still has a long way of being reorganized. It's daunting, but it will get done. All those boxes underneath, the set boxes, some of them are empty, especially that one. I do not own the set. I just got the box empty from Philly Brick Fest. I had a couple other boxes in there. A whole bunch of those boxes still need to be reshuffled around so they work a lot easier. But as far as the displays up here go, I have a bit of a sneak peek for a new display for Hoth. But yeah, pretty much same stuff as you saw before in here. I do want to do maybe another update with Mars Mission before I take it off the shelf and put other stuff up. I'm not entirely sure, but I want to try to work with the wall in the background of it. You can see that video for more details and what's going to come up afterwards. 60th anniversary shelf needs some work. A couple other things here and there. You can see TIE fighters flying into Flying Dutchman, on everything, just a whole bunch of stuff that just kind of fell over as I was moving the shelves around. But hey, they're all here and they're going to be fixed later on. Boxes are pretty much the same as before. Instead of it being on a corner, they're now a whole straight row. If I get any more, I don't know what I'm going to do. They're just kind of like ones I've happened to get over time, not necessarily collecting them, but it's like, at some point I was like, oh, I got a free box out of this with just the 1 or 2 figures left in here that I was going to buy anyways. So they just let me have the boxes for most of these cases, with purchase of figure. And yeah, not too bad. I don't intend on going backwards in time to get the older ones, just kind of like whatever I find, it's good. Just put it there. So, a few other things in here. The foam bricks from Five Below have finally wedged into their own space. And that's actually the same space where the outlet is from that side. It's kind of like jutting out from the wall. It's kind of a problem for a while, but now I finally figured it out. The lighting for each of these shelves, which will need to work on the wires, are both plugged in there. So if I need to get to those, I can, take all those bricks out. But for now, at least it looks nice. It's a nice little Lego aesthetic sort of thing. Then we got some shelving units up there, down there. A lot of boxes all around here. Again, they need a lot of work. I would share more light on different sides of the room, but unfortunately a lot of my bulbs went out for those balloon-like lamps, so instead I just had to go and get some more of those. I'm hoping that I could replace them entirely, like without having these all over the floor, or even the ones behind me. I want to have something on the ceiling. I've been thinking about it for months, and I'm still trying to figure out what's the best way to do that with my setup. So it's still a thought. It's not something I forgot about, even though I tend to forget some things occasionally. The town has not been rearranged yet. It's just simply I'd move the tables around and fit all the other stuff underneath them, Tupperwares and such. But as far as anything on top of here, I still have to go through it, peel everything off, and then re-stick them. I did get more mounting tape in order to fit the ones in the back table, so it's very level, very sturdy, and hopefully holds for quite some time. I do worry a little bit because I have had the mounting tape before that really sticks. Like, it sticks very well, but then at some point, it sticks too well for base plates. I think I have, a copy of it over here. I'm sure that I could peel it off, but for a while, this has been kind of haunting me, and it doesn't matter in that one. But, this is something I'll have to consider when going forward with the revamping of the town. Basically just returning it to the similar style that it was before, but this time around it's actually going to be a bit wider. So the entire 3x3.5 table is going to be beach and ocean, maybe a little bit of beach walkway or driveway or something. Like those two curved hand plates that I had, they're still going to go on here. Basically that and forward. Then the back area is going to be where the train is. There's actually going to be more buildings to situate throughout the town. It's actually wider, so it can occupy more in between. So I'm really happy about that. And it's going to be a little bit shorter for the curves, but as I mentioned in the last update, I got that covered. Lots of other stuff to go through. I have a backlog around building up. And yeah, I still have a lot of other stuff to take care of. I have been trying to reorganize the LEGO board games, but I'm still going to work on that a little bit more. They're fitting pretty well, but I want to move them down so that it'll be easier to see them. Like the largest ones on the bottom and then the smaller ones on the top. So that way, if you want to try to look for something, it's easier to see it. Same kind of works with the Lego boxes and books and all the other stuff around here. Large books down here, smaller books up there. So there's a quick look around the room. It's not as quick if it's 8 minutes long, but there we have it. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about anything that's going to be moving around here. Let me know how it's going for this setup. I'm actually happy with this because if I do live stuff on camera where I'm like full body in person recording here, this is a better backdrop. Even though I still have to rearrange a few things, it's a larger space that'll work a lot better for the video. Because before, I would use the Lego library, and you know that's kind of skinny on its own, just one of that shelf. So this looks a lot better, in my opinion, and I'm going to go eat dinner. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next time with more Lego videos.